Good morning. In this lecture, I will briefly describe the oat processing. There are various products of oats available in the market, as shown in this figure. The whole grouts means dehulled whole oats are present in the market. Sometimes the cut grouts are available, which is represented by this figure. Sometimes the oat bran is available, and you will also find the whole oat flakes, means the whole grout is compressed to produce a whole oat flakes. And sometimes the cut grouts are compressed to produce the uh, cut flakes. And sometimes these products are grinded to powder, so oat flavor to produce the oat flavor. So, in oat milling, there is one important thing which we should know, that the hull is removed. Okay, but but the germ but the germ remains intact with the final products. We are not able to remove the germ during the oat processing. So we have to take care of the germ, because the germ contains oil, and this oil is susceptible to rancidity, oxidation. Okay, so we have to prevent this oxidation. So we have to introduce some treatment in the processing to stabilize this germ. This is a very important step in the oat milling. So this diagram describes the whole process of oat milling. First, the oat grains are cleaned. Okay, cleaning is very important to produce the quality products and to prevent the unit operations from damage. Okay, then we dehull it. We remove the outer covering of the oats. Okay, after removing the hull, the grains will be now known as grouts. Okay, so we have grouts. Okay, these grouts are taken for the heat treatment, which is known as killing. Okay, so this is the different treatment which you have not seen in case of the rice milling or wheat milling. Okay, this killing heat treatment is given to the grouts to stabilize this oil, to stabilize the germ oil. Okay, to make it stabilize, because the oats, um, uh, there is an enzyme lipase. When we reduce the size of the grain, the lipase will it will get exposed, and it will spoil the oil. It will produce rancidity in the oil. And in order to prevent the this rancidity, we use the killing process. So after killing, we have choice whether we have to produce the flakes, whether we have to produce the oat flour, oat cut grouts, oat bran, oat flour. So we have to decide accordingly, as shown in this figure. Now let us discuss the various unit operations used in the oat processing. The first unit operation is the cleaning. Okay, so in cleaning, we are using various instruments to produce clean oats. The first separator is the magnetic separator. Here we remove the iron impurities from the grains. Then we have screens. Here we remove the weeds or unwanted grains from the main oat grains. Then we have aspirators. Through the aspirators, we can remove the light grains, light straw, etc., etc. Then we have distoner. Through the distoner, we can remove the stones. Okay, and the dust can be removed by using the cyclone separator. So finally, we will get the clean oats. These cleaned oats are now ready for dehulling. So this uh, figure represents the impact huller. This is an impact huller, and once the cleaned oat grains are fed to this instrument, this is the inlet, and it rotates these the rotor pushes the grains against the walls where we have installed the impact rings. These grains, while striking with these impact rings, uh, splits the hull splits off from the grain. So here we remove the hull from the grains, and finally we will get the grout, because the dehulled oat is known as grout. So in this machine, the impact force is used. So after dehulling, the oats are taken for the killing treatment, which is a heat treatment, and we provide the heat in the form of steam, because uh, we need to increase a little bit moisture. That is why we use steam instead of dry heat. So what happens during the killing? The temperature is increased from approximately 18 degrees centigrade to a maximum of 102 degrees centigrade. Why 102 degrees centigrade? Because we have to deactivate, we have to kill the lipase enzyme. We have to kill the peroxidase enzyme, which are responsible to deteriorate the fat present in the germ. Okay, so this is the required temperature, which reduces the peroxidase activity to zero. You can see from here the peroxidase activity initially was 100%, then it decreased and reached to 0%. Also, the moisture content increased because of the steam which is used as a heating medium. The moisture content has increased to 17.2%. Then it is again dried to remove this extra moisture, and the final moisture content is reached to 9.5. And cooling is very important after killing, because we have to prevent the heat abuse. We have only our main aim is to deactivate the lipase or peroxidase enzymes, and after achieving this goal, we have to cool the product to prevent the heat abuse. Now we have stabilized oat grouts. Now we have a choice whether we use the cutted oat grouts. This is the whole grout. This is the cutted whole grout. So how do we cut them? This instrument shown in this figure will make you easy to understand how to make cut oat grouts. Actually, this is a cylinder, and we feed the material in it, and it has a perforated the periphery. Once the groutus whole groutus they protrude through these holes present in the periphery of the cylinder, and once this cylinder rotates, it comes in contact with the knives attached next outside the cylinder, and these knives cut these grouts into small uh, fragments. Now we have cut grouts. Okay, we have cut grouts and we have grouts. We have whole grouts and cut grouts. And now if we want to make flakes from the cut grouts or the whole grouts, what we have to do, we have to provide steam in order to make them little bit softer. That is why we have to use steam to make them softer, and we pass them through the rolls. We pass them through the rolls to use which force? Compress force. We compress them. And here one thing we should take care is that the grain should be soft. If the grains are brittle, they will break down into small particles, and we cannot produce the flakes. So the steam, uh, providing the treatment steam is very important and critical. Here the grain should become soft, so that when we will compress it, it will rather disintegration, it will become a flake. So now we can have flakes, whether cut flakes or the whole grout flakes. And after here the moisture content has increased because of this steam. Later on we have to dry, we have to remove that extra moisture content by drying those flakes. Now we have flakes. Now we have flakes and we have cut grouts. Uh, if we have produced flour from the flakes, we have to use the hammer mill. We have to use the hammer mill to produce the oat flour. If we have cut grouts, these are not flakes, these are cut grouts or whole grouts. We How can we produce the flour from the grouts directly or cut grouts? We have to use the roll mill, just like we use the rolls in case of the wheat milling. Okay, so it is very difficult to grind the flakes with the help of these rolls. That is why hammer mill impact forces are used, which can be achieved by using the hammer mill. So flakes can be converted into powder by using the hammer mill, while as whole grouts or the cut grouts can be converted into flour by using the roll milling. So we have finally we can have the flour, and here we can separate once converting these grouts into small particles, we can separate the bran from here, and that bran can be further disintegrated into powder, and we can have oat bran powder also. Thank you for watching. If you have any question, you can reach me through this email. Thank you very much.